Please support this channel by clicking on the links below. Afrocentricity by Molefi Asante. Elijah Muhammad's Objectivism. Objectivism is the use of our cultural artifacts as symbols in all reproductive and creative work. Its elemental basis is in mental attitude. Its expressive mode is symbolic. Without the attitude, the expression is meaningless. Objectivism is the detailed arrangement of Afrocentricity. In other words, as each person begins at his or her center and reaches outward, all of the symbols of the center are extended with him. Elijah Muhammad did that better than anyone in his era. He pointed out that we had moved toward someone else's center without stopping to think of our own. He demonstrated that we are creators and producers, but we have been too eager to relinquish our objects. In Africa, we gave up our bodies. In America, we gave up our minds, and vice versa. Both are against the interest of our victory. Elijah taught us to reclaim our total selves. Our poets, the greatest ancestral voices among us, Gullion, Soyinka, Dunbar, Duma, Bitek, Ya Salam, Karenga, Okai, Kariomu, Sonia, Yes, Pate, Hughes, Haki, and Baraka know the truth of ancestral objects. They sing of coconuts and palm trees, Martin Luther King avenues and soul blues. Chaka, Deni Zulu, Ose Tutu, Akhenaten, Pianki, Tarhaka, Nzinga, Candace, Ya Asetewa, Harriet, and Sojourner. Their words of soul spring forth from Shango. They know Umbanda and can shout with the Baluba in amazement at our deep spirits. This is not all they know or can do. By extension, they are in touch with every fiber of the image of a nation contained in our people. Only with the most powerful drive toward objectivism can Afrocentricity be fully realized among us. They have kept us always from losing ourselves. This is precisely why Elijah Muhammad's Islam was so central to our march to victory. He liberated the symbols of religion, denouncing those that had enslaved us, and provided different, more vital symbols for the African American. Not fully conscious of the historical background of African exile in America, he knew our depraved condition. With this knowledge, this genius of a man began to effect a change in African Americans through constant preaching against the slave mentality. The white Christian was as evil for Elijah as he had been for David Walker and Martin Delany. Elijah felt that evil was inherent in the white race and preached that whites could not help themselves. We now know, of course, that the condition of evil in whites is not inherent, but inherited through history and environment. Elijah assumed it was native and proclaimed that whites are devils, but it was by choice that whites became evil in their dealings with Africans. The social and environmental factors produced the choices that they accepted, and thus it became difficult for an African in America to consider the possibility that whites could be without avarice and deviousness. Hence, whiteness symbolized evil. Like Marcus Garvey, Elijah Muhammad was an effective organizer who readily grasped our economic realities. He knew that consumerism could not provide economic autonomy, and so he also aimed to control production. His Help Yourself program provided a brand of Islam which primarily was nationalistic and which proved a corrective measure for the liberation of African Americans from the years of sleep in the land of plenty. He unmasked the evildoers, removed the wool from our eyes, and demanded that we remake our world. Blacks learned from the Honorable Elijah that the white choice was not the right choice. Instead, he gave us Malcolm X, Muhammad Ali, and Louis Farrakhan. These messengers have come to symbolize the creative, exceptional, and powerful legacy which Elijah bequeathed to us. Indeed, he inspired a whole generation of scholarship, literature, artistic expression, and science. Elijah Muhammad made David Walker's words practical and concrete.